Hey, what's up guys? Sunny here for Yugi.dek. Bringing you guys a deck profile of something that you're probably looking at and you're like, what the hell is this? So it's Fluffy Kaiju Dragons, and I will explain it in a second, and then also do some gameplay videos showing this deck off. So basically playing hieratics, playing kaijus, and you're playing fluffals. So the idea kind of that brought this together was insect imitation. You can tribute off a monster and then get an insect with one level higher. So you tribute off your hieratic, you summon Kumungus, one of the kaijus, then the hieratic will be able to summon fluffal guard, and you have level 8 synchro from that, which is alright, but basically like this combo is very similar to something that I used to play. I used to play this card, Drake Ascension. It does the same thing except you summon a worm of the same level. So you would summon this card right here, pitch a monster, and then summon Jiaotu, and you can go to Baxia, and then you just go off from there. So that was really cool. The output ceiling of that deck was a much higher, but insect imitation is more consistent in terms of you're not playing like bad cards. You're playing cards that, like, if you do draw them, you can actually use them. Now obviously like these cards work with Tefnut, but that was pretty much it. If you drew these cards together, if you drew like Su and Ased and all that, it was really bad. So yeah, so that's basically the idea behind this deck. So I'll go ahead and right into this. So playing 9 hieratics, playing 1 Wattail because you actually want the non-tuner, so Labrador doesn't make sense, 1 Flammable Guard, to synchro with, playing 5 kaijus because you don't want to run out. You have like 2 cards, well 6 cards that summon them. So and then 1 Glow Bulb. Basically you can like pitch this with Beatrice or Twin Twister. You make Beatrice with the hieratics, and then so the hieratics can make level 7 synchros with the Flammable Guard, or you can just go for a rank 6 and you can summon Beatrice or a Tomb. So yes, a Glow Bulb, just pitch it to the graveyard too for synchro plays. And then the Fluffal engine, so I'll explain this. So Bear can search Vendor, and then Wings is essentially a draw engine. So you get this in the graveyard, which Toy Vendor can pitch. And then you can banish Wings and Bear from the graveyard, draw a card, then send a Toy Vendor to the graveyard, draw another card, and another one, and another one. No, you only draw 2 cards, but then Toy Vendor gets you a search. So it's just a bunch of draw power, free discards for things like for Twin Twister, and yeah, so it's really weird, but it does happen to work. It can break sometimes, which is the only thing, but Beatrice basically just like fixes any hand where if you only have 1 piece, but you have 2 hieratics, you can basically fix your hand. So yes, that's where the fluffals come in, and then and the Toy Vendor gets affected whenever it's sent to the graveyard, so that's why it works with Beatrice. Triple insect imitation, triple slumber. This card's like 3 cards in one. It's like Dark Hole, it's Rhoda, and it's E-Telly, so it's really insane. That's why I like the Kaiju engine a lot. And then triple Convocation, triple Twin Twister, because you have to deal with back row with this deck. Like, you can't play with back row. Then double Vendor, 1 Upstart, 1 Econ. The Econ is essentially to deal with like whenever your opponent tries to disrupt you with their own Beatrice and whatnot, so it just helps out a lot. Then Soul Charge for like basically if your combo gets stopped, you can just continue it, or if you top deck this, you can create insane fields. And then Silver Scry continues your combo pieces and or your combo string, and then Foolish Burial for pitching Glow Bulb and Wings. Then the extra deck, so basically it's self-explanatory here. The Meteor Burst is like for Cosmos and Burning Abyss. Omega has some use of putting like Slumber back, so you get an extra search next turn. You can put Wings back and get like extra draw power and stuff like that. Kind of explain Beatrice, it's like basic hieratic stuff. The 1 Hope Harbinger, I actually want to play more rank 8s, because you have the level 8 kaijus, and then you also have the ability to make level 8 synchros. So that's pretty cool. So I want to play like more rank 8s in here, because I feel like I don't really need the second Gaia, but there's a lot of stuff you can cut in here. Alright, so for the first duel I'm playing against Cleese, and he's playing Cards of Demise, which is like, I think a really dumb card in terms of what it can do. Because you can see like this is just so dumb. He sets 4 back right here. But I actually make a really huge comeback because I have a Twin Twister, and then I have the Fluffal combo right here. So pitch the Wings, and then I draw 2 cards. You can see I drew the second Twin Twister, so that's basically what allowed me to win this game. Otherwise, like, he was, I think he had 8 cards, so he went like +3 or +4. And then I do like kaiju stuff, I play Slumber, then I use 2 hieratics and Beatrice, sending Glow Bulb, and then I make a Mega. Basically I just want to hit 1 card out of his hand here, so top decks. I just send another Slumber. I don't even know if I have targets for it. Then unfortunately I hit the Duality. That actually might have been good for me because he can't like tribute anything, can't really do anything, so. And then a top deck Soul Charge right here, so I use a Mega to make room, and then I use Soul Charge. And it's about to skew like great. Alright, so next duel I'm playing against PK Fire. He opens up really good here, opens up Terror Top and Burning Abyss, so he goes against the 2 Beatrice. Scrum gets Tour Guide. And then I was able to do a lot of stuff here, but he strikes my Kaiju, and so like I really needed it. I had a huge combo. I had 2 Hieratics, I had Insect Mutation, I had a Kaiju I could summon from my hand, but he cleared his field. I don't know if he did like why he did that, because he doesn't know what I'm playing, but maybe he just didn't want me summoning a Kaiju. I don't know. But then he just summons another Beatrice here, which I end up Kaijuing that one because I don't want to deal with the Farfa here. And I think he had another strike. Yeah, I think he strikes Omega here, and then he had yeah, so he strikes Omega, and then I try to block his field, which I don't think would get me far anyway. I probably should have like summoned Michael instead, but it didn't matter. He had the Phantom Knight's trap anyway, so I Farfas that away, and then he basically OTKs here, or not OTKs, but he finishes me off. So yeah, I had a lot of combos and plays, but he played really well against in that game. Alright, so this last game is against Monarchs, aka Bricknarks, because he actually doesn't do anything the whole game. This is my first time actually seeing his hand, so I'm not sure if he I think he eventually top decks a Monarch. But this guy summoned Beatrice turn 1. It's like the only good turn 1 play for this deck now. So I set up with the Beatrice alone. I set up the fluffal combo. Draw a bunch of cards. And I don't think he has any back rows. Yeah. Basically drew all the spells and traps, and he drew the tribute fodder, but not the Monarchs. Okay, so this is where like if I assumed that he drew a big guy, like a low 2 tribute Monarch. And this is where I just decided to enemy controller one of them. Because any small Monarch I didn't really care about. However, he did have this, so he could have just searched the field spell. But yeah, but basically it was like to show the combos of this deck, so I basically got everything off here. There's no point in using Slumber, so I decided to just go with the Monarch stuff, or with the Hieratics. So yeah. That's pretty much it. That's all the gameplays I'm going to show for you today. Let me know what you guys think of the deck. Could definitely use some improvements, but it's a lot of fun, and you don't expect these archetypes to really go together. So yeah, so thanks for watching, and I'll catch you guys on the next one.